Hey, here we are. Welcome once again to another episode of I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Starring me, Torn Atkinson. Artiste Ordinaire. Let's turn that volume down. Okay. Actually, maybe. Yes, that's louder than usual, so I'll turn that down there. Pardon me. Okay, so today we're going to be drawing this Salamander type creature. It's what's the description? Description was strange crimson creature is the length of his arm, slipping smoothly over the sides of the buildings as if untethered from the forces of gravity. It curled around a ruined column. It had 4 stubby little legs and large feather-like gills that swept back from the sides of its face and neck. Frills, small forward-facing eyes of perfect jet studied him, and a mobile little mouth seemed to be curved into an expression of genial amusement. Its sides were strewn with bands of different hues of red, peppered here and there by dark dots like freckles. All right, I'm going to remember. Whose centers were pale white. Okay, that's interesting. I might have to make a little note of that. Let me grab a... I can't see, pal. Didn't expect you to stream so late. Yes, well, these things happen. Welcome, K-Tiff. So the things I need to remember are bands on sides, and also this oh no, I can draw with this. I can draw with that. I think I can draw with that. Let's draw with that. Although maybe scratchy nib. That might be too scratchy. No, that's too scratchy. How about rusty nib 5? Let me see. That's pretty textured. That might be too textured. There's what's the one I used to use was let's try ooh, the Milt fine liner. I've never used that one before. Dare I do something? Testing the pen. Should be doing it in black. That's the color. The opacity is good. I mean, sure. I think it's okay. Let's try it. Zip. Undo. What's going on, K-Tiff, in your neck o' the woods? This is for old school essentials, I think. And I can show you. So based on that description, I sent him, my client, this drawing, which I did at the Mexican restaurant again, I believe. Maybe it wasn't. And his feedback was more cute, less not cute, I guess, less creepy. So that we came up with this one, and he sent me this thing in the bottom left corner here as a reference for the general cuteness, and basically I don't know, that's what inspired him. So I'm gonna try not to copy that, but and so this blue thing, it was my revision that I sent him. So let's get into it. I was just watching old episodes of Monsters. Is that a monster? There's a TV show called Monsters. Should I say Monsters some more? All right. So what else was I? I'm sorry, I was gonna say. The other thing, why does my brush sometimes just stop working? Is it the pen? Is it the program? I don't know. And then freckles. I feel like this pen is a little too. Let me go back to the Rube pen. Let's go. Let's zoom in on the Rube pen. So the Rube pen has some texture, and but it also has some opacity, which I think is. I feel like I like it better. Yeah, I like it better. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do the root pen. Undo, 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 undo. Okay. So this is, well, we might as well make this our big. It's gonna be our ink. Yeah, it's an old show on YouTube. St. Boo Tales from the Dark Side. Well, I haven't really seen that either. I'm familiar with it. I know it's a thing. All right, so blue is the color we want. This is our reference, and I have some more references around. Here's a happy little salamander. I really like the way that the spine and the side all has those ridges, which is also here, which is great. Here's some gill references. Anything else I got over here is an axolotl's front face and more side on the salamander. So it's actual real salamander. So, do we start from the face? Let us begin. I feel like these... I had some eyes. I had some frog eyes I was looking at. But I guess I didn't move them over. Which was... Oh, there we are. There we are. I mean... Okay. I guess I'll drop this in here. There's not much going on. It's just, yeah. There's really not much going on there. But, start with the eyes. They say, artists start with the eyes. Oh no, I want to be in black. And I think it's mostly true. I like how he's got any little difference in any of these. The axolotl eyes are kind of creepy. What does this one do? These have definitely points in the middle, but we're not doing that. Slight points. Now I don't like this. I don't like this anymore. God, I just can't make up my mind about my brush. It's too smooth. What was I using before? I think I was using Ultra Bleed. Yeah. Alright, that's what I'm doing. Oops. Oh no! Come back! Redo? Layer visibility. I'm gonna save. And now it's really gonna start. Won't bother you too much while you draw, but if you watch Pillow Talk. If you watch Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk was the name of an episode? Okay. I feel like this needs to be 30. 30 is a good. We also have to decide where the light is coming from, and I think I'm gonna have the last two ones I did in the series. I had the light coming in directly from the top, which is very dramatic. You get a lot of hard shadows, but for this one, let's do it because it's kind of a cuddly critter. Let's do. Let's see if I can do more of a something more subtle. So we'll do side lights on the left and right side. See how that goes. We'll see how it goes. Okay. All right. Choices. Best episode of Monsters. Okay, so the episode of Monsters is Pillow Talk. Okay. And it's something you can watch on YouTube, you say? All right. Cool. So it's an older thing then, yes? Yes? Monsters. What else do we need to know about that? Face. Nothing really. Just put those just as a suggestion. And then, do we want a bulging head? Or do you want to go straight across? Let's do straight across. And then, yeah. It's a little chinny chin chin there. Right? It's more of a, okay. And then these gills, they really come right out. They really come right out from the... These gills are going to be, I think, maybe one of the more challenging things. Let's zoom out. Let us zoom out. And I can get rid of that frog now. I don't need his froggy eyes anymore. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Right. I was watching Red Letter Media today on the YouTube because they were reviewing Star Trek: The Motion Picture, which is good. I'm a fan. Apparently, there's like 4 different versions of that movie. The theatrical cut, special longer version, the director cut, and then something else. I don't know what it is. So those are, I feel like those are going to be the basis for our furry little... Do I draw those now or do I draw those later? Maybe I draw those later. Something like that. Get those shapes in there. How much of a neck should this thing have? That one has a lot of neck. Oh, some neck. Some neck. Okay. I like it. Not really paying much attention to the lighting right now, which I should. Shoulders. It's got round, stubby. Oh, not okay. Yeah, pretty cute. Pretty cute. How many fingers do salamanders have? How many toes? Don't really have a very great reference for that, but all right. Do we do small? Do we do stubby? Stubby or long and thin? Oh, that's an interesting choice. Or do like halfway in between. Does that look like a... That looks... No, I don't like it. I don't like it! And again, my eraser just works. It's not working. I wonder if it's like I've got too many programs running or something. 5 generally, thank you. I feel like that's a little better. And a thumb, I guess it has a thumb. That's what we're saying. Okay, cool. Cool, fun. And then another one down here. It's kind of like the elbows are. It gets wider. I'm doing the elbows. The limbs get thicker at the end, not thinner like with people's. This one, ooh, that's a thumb. I feel like I gotta look up. I need another reference. Amphibian hand. I don't want a frog because they're not gonna be all. I guess we gotta go salamander hand. Okay. Got any close-ups? Look at that. Oh my god, that's so cute. But that's a Chinese giant salamander. That's a pretty good picture though. Let me I just want to show you that because it's so ridiculous. Look at that. We're not drawing that. Is that the best we're gonna get? Oh no, I should have clicked on that one. It's just kind of like splayed out from the. Looks like there's only 4, but it could just be. Yeah, it looks like there's only 4. Look at that. There's only 4. Okay, good to know. I drew too many. And we could get some webbing in there. But that's fine. That's easy to fix. Easy to fix. I mean, that's pretty much done. So I guess the ring finger is like much longer than the other ones. So this one should actually be shorter. And probably I'm not really seeing any bone structure. I mean, it's there, but it's not prevalent. So there we go. I'm not sure about that. It looks a little weird. There we go. Let's do that. Shall we? I might have to come back for that. It looks funky. I might have to come back and fix it. I'll come back after I figure out the column. So this one will be easier. One, 2, God, and then 3, right? 3 and 4. All right. Little baby Knuckles. It sounds like a character from a Looney Tunes cartoon or something. Baby Knuckles. Okay. Let's give him some back. Yeah, it's kind of sort of working. I mean, the back can be more or less smooth, except for where it's something like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, see? Yeah, see? Yeah. And the back legs of salamanders are different. I saw it in a previous picture. This one. Let me just grab this and throw it in. As we listen to Spider-Man 9667. Spotted salamander. Theirs is, or her. Just need to get the... Oops. Let's do all the limbs since we're here. Like, I don't know. See, the back legs look like they have 5. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? And again, the ring, like the second toe from the farthest is the longest. So interesting. I don't know if this really works, but I feel like it should be more. Again with the column. Nope. Maybe we do. So it's got like kind of like a heel here. Maybe we do it this way. Let's try that. Something like that. Yeah, that's all right. And it's only 4, and I don't care. It's a fantasy world, damn it. And yeah. And yeah. Something like that. Something like that? I don't know. I'm figuring these things out as I go. Let's give them a nice rounded. Okay. And then the tail is going to go back behind the column. Now I actually do have, it's going to be, I put in my marble column. You got to get yourself a marble column. Anyone see that SNL skit? Just so I'm gonna make some adjustments, but and of course this is not correct for the light either. But there will be some adjustments. Right. Speaking of Star Trek, something like that. Something like that. I might as well do the lighting now. I guess. Something like that. I'm so confused. Confused myself. Maybe I was wrong to do the lighting for the columns now. So this is where it's broken off. So this is all, it's me improvising. Should put some more cracks in there. Feel like, oops, uh-oh. I don't know, something like that. And then but here's the tricky part. So as you can see, so this is a column I grabbed from Sketchfab. Let me see if I can call it up here. So this is my Sketchfab, and I put the light on the left-hand screen left. But I want two light sources, and you can't do that with Sketchfab. So I'm going to, so once I feel okay with what I have here, then I will, kind of sucks. I will actually make some, okay, so what do I want to do? I want to put in some more cracks. Right there. He's not cracking it. He's not cracking it. But they are definite cracks. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. I guess it should be on the bottom, maybe? Not on the top. I can fix that. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I messed it up. Dun, 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 dun. And then there could be just a chunk missing here. A chunk, I tell you. Asymmetrical. Asymmetrical, dum-dum. All right. Some texture. There's the texture. Right? Something like that? I don't know. Yeah. Does it look like a column? I feel like I got too much going on here. So if take that away, it'll look different. I don't know if it'll look better, but it'll look different. So now, if I go back to my Sketchfab, Elfsar, hey, hello, welcome. Great to catch you live. What colors are you thinking? No colors. This is gonna be, it's black and white. The description says red, but the contract says black and white. Should the tail go the other way? The other way? You mean like around that way? That's an interesting idea. Huh. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm thinking the tail going in front rather than behind. Yes. Yes. Maybe you can't see YouTube chat. Sorry, yes. I'm not on Twitch anymore. I just wasn't paying attention. I'm not on Twitch because I couldn't get my... there were technical problems, and I didn't want to figure it out, and no one was watching me on Twitch anyway, so it doesn't matter. To answer the question. So now that I'm moving this tail... you know what? I'll just draw the... I'll just draw... I'll just draw the column. And worry about the tail later. What was I going to say about the column? So, where's my column? Where's my column? So here's my column. And then if I move the light source around to the other side, then I can use that for my reference for that part. Does that make sense? No, I actually have to look at it though. Look at it on my other screen. What I should have done, in fact, maybe what I'll do right now. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to grab this. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to... Let's get rid of this. I'm going to save these guys. And yeah, and that, all that too. Oh God, I fucked it up. Okay, here we go. This time for real. I'm going to cut that. I'm going to paste that. I'm going to undo that. Let's go to my sketch layer. And maybe just get rid of it. Just erase some of this stuff. Let me save my work first. We know where the column is going to be. So we don't need any of that stuff anymore. Now we're doing... Let's go to a red. Now we're doing the tail in front as per Elfsar's suggestion. And then cute little button on the tail there. And so now let me... Where's my... Oh, there's... I moved it to the front, that's why. And now let me... Here's what we'll do. Select all that. Oh, that's... Why is it not selecting? Oh, it's because it's on contiguous. Alright, so select all that. And then I can just... No! There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Alright. And now, with that, I'm going to undo all the beautiful work I did on my column. Because I can do better. Keep those. Keep that part in. And just do over. So I can do the column on its own layer. Let me. Yeah. Let me do the column on its own layer. and we'll call it C. C is for column. That's good enough for me. Let's make it orange for no real reason. And then I don't want the color to be red though. Ba, 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 ba. And I think that'll work out a little bit better. I hope. I hope. Let me put, where's the, okay, there we go. I feel like I could just redraw all this too, but let's stick with it for now. What's happening in the chat? Do you use Discord? I have Discord. I use Discord. I don't use it for live streaming. Should I? Is it better? Tell me the wisdom of your ways, for I am technologically impaired. All right. Underpants. All right, so now we're cooking with gas. Maybe I should do. I was doing all the shade this way, but what if? But if I did the shade more this way, that would be a lot more work. And I'm not sure it looks any better. Let me come back to that. I'll come back to that. So we liked the way things were looking here. That's all fine and good and Jim Dandy. Make all this nice and dark. And yeah. Do I want to make that a little less? This is our column layer. It looks like I drew a bunch of stuff not on the column layer. Where am I drawing this? Why does this have its own layer? Okay, that's weird. All right. Let's merge those two layers. I hope there's nothing. So is that a... Nope, there's nothing else going on in that layer. Katif says, I like seeing you here. Here, YouTube, you mean? Okay. Let's get these guys in here. These are the general. Do not have to be particularly stringent on these lines. For Discording, I have a Discord. I use it infrequently. Yeah, I use it infrequently. I check it like once every couple days. That's where there's a Darkest of the Hillside Thickets Discord. There is a Saturday Morning Cartoon Party Discord that I run, but it's moribund. Is that a word? And there's a Caustic Soda Discord. Okay, so now let's I think we're gonna do the vertical shading, not the horizontal shading. Yeah. Let's make these nice and dark. These two will be my darkest spots in this. I feel like this drawing is going to be a lot more sketchier than the others in this series. This is drawing number 3 for this client. I believe I have live streamed some of the other 2. And then, okay. Posting when you go live helps. Yeah. I don't have like I don't have like a Tauren Discord. Maybe I should consider that. I just have Discord for my other projects. Okay. Okay. Okay, let me grab my... here we go. And yeah. So this side is going to be darker. Looking at my new light source reference. And then this side darker again. Columns. Who knew? And yeah. Do we need any highlights there? That's the question. I feel like the answer is no. But we'll, you know, we'll keep it open. Yeah. What are we listening to? We're listening to Spider-Man, 1967 Spider-Man, the great 1967 Spider-Man. All right. I feel like this is kind of coming together a little bit. What does this one look like? Okay, so that's there. Okay. There might be some more shading in the middle a little later, which I could do either with with more lines like what I've been drawing. Another way to do it, if I want to really go crazy, this is just a rough. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I guess I can just delete the layer. Yeah. Yes. I feel like this side needs more. Let me just... I feel like I'm being too slavish to the reference. Let me move it over here. I'm losing the energy of the freehand drawing. Let's crank that up. Keep that there. I feel like... this. And that. And then this. Where are we here? A little bit darker. And these spots. This is more of a transition. Just do... Nope. What brush am I using for that? Let's try this one. That's a weird, different weird texture, but just want to get that there. We'll leave it for now. We'll leave it for now. I kind of feel like... I can't see my keyboard. Change my brush size. What if we cut in like that? Might make it a little more interesting. Okay. Oh, but maybe I shouldn't have done that because... No, that's okay. That's fine. Can always redraw those lines. Easy enough. Okay, so we've got our... Okay, cool. Let us now take our column and make that the more transparent layer. And now we can come back to Mr. Friendly Salamander. And how about those... How about those... You know what I'm going to do? We're going to draw over all of those other drawings as well. Not the most efficient drawing I've done. But let's get rid of that reference. Maybe I will be more inspired this time. Or, if not more inspired, more competent. Ba, 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 ba. More webby. Feel like now I have a better sense of the columns. So maybe I think that's better. That is fine the way it, more or less the way it was, I think. Maybe we can make that a little bit longer. I'm not gonna, it's too early to do the texture on the Salamander, Torn. Don't fall for that trap. All right, let's try something a little bit different. Let's put those two together. How does that look? It looks weird, but maybe that's good that it looks weird. No. Don't think so. I keep blocking my chat box with Windows. Charles Quiet, hello. Text to speak. I could send you an email to mine. I have a small but dedicated group that like art systems. I think they would enjoy your streams. Okay, great. Text to speech can be useful too, as sometimes it's hard to keep an eye on chat. Is that a service that Discord provides? This is all new information to me. No, yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna fix that. I do not like it. It turns out I do not like this one as much as I thought I would. So we're going for four fingers on the back and 4 fingers on the front, which apparently is not the way that salamanders I'm missing a layer. There it is. Yeah, not anatomically correct for salamanders, but as I said, this is fantasy. Let me make that layer red so I know where it is, and let's. Okay. Get your head in the game, Torn. Okay. And then I think I'm not super confident about this. But that's fine. Okay. And I'm going to merge those 2 layers together. I'm going to come back to that part. Can make that whole thing black. Why not? Who says I can't? So 1 light source on the left and 1 light source on the right. And we will See how it goes. All right, so I feel like I need to switch erasers. This one's too chunky. It's all right. It's all right. I want to look at my reference. We should do collab sometime, like a draw jam, doing the same subject. You doing digital and me doing traditional. Interesting idea. I like that. Okay, so am I done with my red? No, because what I was doing before I got distracted. I want to look at the salamander tails. There's one. Bring it to the front. Nope, that's all I got from the salamander tail. I don't actually have that tail of that salamander capture. It's pretty smooth. It doesn't have the little wrinklies like any more tails. Oh, it does have wrinklies. I'm looking at the one down on the bottom left now. There are wrinklies. Okay. Okay. That's fun. I like wrinklies. I like those. That's for the gills. Let's make that. And what's this guy? What's this guy? More gills. Oh, no. That's the tail. That is a tail. That's the tail we want. Great. Let's move him over here. And let's draw that tail. Ba-da-da-da. Are we going to finish this tonight? Probably not. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, ba, ba. It doesn't have to be even. Feels like there's less wrinkles. Where's that other one? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Feels like there's less wrinkles as it gets to the end of the tail. So. The spine seems to be quite smooth. We can put a couple wrinkles in. Come on. I feel like I'm getting too narrow at that end. They kind of have this interesting, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, this reminds me of when I used to draw HRG Girl fan art back in the day. Don't know if this is gonna stick, but no, come on, do better. I feel like I'm just at a weird angle here. Okay, and then Stubby, Mr. Stubby. Right. Gonna need to fix that. R. Okay, I need to change my brush. That's better. I think. Get a little bit smoother. Not so janky. Ba-da-ba-da. Okay. Okay. Reset view. Normal view. Is this drawing for something in particular? Yes, it is a commission for 5 monsters for an old school essentials D&D product. Is what it is. Having a hard time. It's okay. And then what did we say we have to remember? Bands on the side, which we're kind of doing. And wrote freckless, but I meant freckles. You freckless buffoon. Okay, so. Yeah. And these will get a little less as we get to the end of the tail here. The ridges, the ruffles have ridges. Oop, B for brush. Dum. Okay. So I don't think it's a dark. It's not a dark salamander. I guess it's medium mid-tone. I mean, it's supposed to be red, and red is usually pretty dark when you translate it to black and white. But maybe I don't want to make it too muddy. We decided that the colors the light is coming from either side. So, I don't know. Should we draw some? How do I want to do this? Let me save my work. This could be challenging. Could be challenging, you know? Getting the right texture on these guys. Let me look at some more reference. Oh, we're not doing that. Yeah. They definitely have a darker back, though. But I'm not sure we want to. I'm not sure we want to go. Let me look at some more pictures of salamanders. Differently colored some. What about albino salamander? That isn't an axolotl. Here's one. Oh my God! Look at that. Oh, that's fun. All right. This guy has everything. I should have grabbed him first. You can see his tail. You can see his feet. You can see his hands. You can see his eyes. Oh my God, beautiful. All right. Oh, and look at it. Look at the back. Oh, that's so interesting. He's got this kind of like, I don't even want to call it a flange or something. I feel like I want to put that on. I'm going to put that on my guy. So let me see. Guess it would kind of go like that, right? This chunky spinal. Yes. Yes. Oh, drawing is fun and also exciting. But you could see, I couldn't really tell. I guess these guys, the black guys, have it too. But I couldn't really tell because of the lighting. But with this dude here, you're my hero, Shutterstock. Image ID 16662956 from Shutterstock. You really came through for me this time. Ba-da-ba. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. It's hard to tell. I'm pretty sure there's 5 feet on these guys, but that's cool. That's cool. Or 5 toes on the back foot is what I meant to say, but I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. And it's kind of like lumpy bumpy, eh? I said it was smooth in the back, but it's not. It's lumpy bumpy. These guys, salamanders are cool. And it gives me more it gives me more room to play around with when I get to trying to the light, the shading. Look at that, so interesting. And then again, where's that bottom corner one? Even here, we're gonna put it. Look at that, all the way to the tippy toe. All right. Okay, that's cool. I like it. And then maybe we can get a little bit more. A little bit more of those guys. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. I did a life drawing at work today, which is always fun. All right, so I think we can get rid of our blue. Let me delete that whole thing. I think we can get rid of our red. Delete that whole thing. There's nothing I need. Nothing I need there. And then let's commit to our tail position. Thank you very much, Elfsar. It was orange. It was the orange layer. And so we can erase all those beautiful lines we did. We can erase all that. Bam. Erasing, 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 erasing. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, see? Yeah. Cool, cool. Bap, bap, bap. All right. So now let's see what happens if we take our... Put that right up to the front. Maximum opacity. I think it's all right. Not sure how I'm going to do the top of that. Make it look like a broken stone. I had another reference. Shadow under the chin? Yes. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. Maybe it's going to be dots. Dots and lines. Maybe some more cracks. Cracks. Boom, 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 boom. Texture. Too much texture. I mean, it's a 1/4 page drawing, so it's not going to be huge on a page, but also I think it's going to be digital. So people can zoom in, you know. Drawing for books is not the same as it was back in the 90s when I first started out. Okay. Good enough for now. I'll come back to it later if need be. Something like that. So what I was going to do on my green layer now is it's a 43. Let's just, the light coming in from both sides. This will be my guide. My guide for, of course I also have to do these crazy things. These are going to have all the flanges out here. The feathery bits, still have to draw those. Just rough those in. And then something like that. Difficult. Right? I don't know. Something like that. And then now we can have this. And then the darkest part is going to be the middle. We can have something like that. Something like that. Something along those lines. Right? Does that make sense? Am I making any sense here? Oh, look at that. I forgot the little part of the tail. Good thing I didn't merge those layers. That would have made me sad. Okay, so here's the last part of the tail, which really all right, don't overthink it. Don't think about where that tail goes behind there. And then yeah, my green, something like that. Right? Some shadow there. Feel like that's roughly it. Are we going to pause today? Is that enough drawing for today? I feel like we made some good progress. Oops. Right, like I can... Like, what would happen if I made that all... Shouldn't it be black? Did I... Why is it not black? Its opacity is 100%. Why is it not black? Oh, there we go. That's kind of cool, and I could just chip away at that. This is just a test. I'm just testing. With, I guess that one. Let's make it just a little bit. All right, so then that's the. That might be the way to do it. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm still thinking. But that could work. It's an interesting... Don't usually work this way. There is no... Not really a light source from above. No, I don't think so. So this is a what if. I also feel like my brush should be bigger. It looks like the opacity on this brush is not 100%. So yeah, I won't zoom out. Zoom out. This is just a rough, so I'm not worried about it right now, but I have to keep that in mind. I want my... I guess it's going to have to be this one. What's this one? Is the opacity 100%? Yes. Oh, it depends on the pressure. It's not really. But I feel like it's not that big of a difference. Yeah. The face is going to be the hard part. Not sure about that. Not sure about that. That's the tricky bit. Now he looks like he's got a beard. Yeah, definitely interesting. It works for these parts, but see if it is actually like black. It looks... We gotta do some work here. Just testing. Just testing. He's got the 3 o'clock shadow. It's a nice idea, though. It might work. I might have to do some more tests. I feel like this should all be in here too. This is my test layer. That all looks terrible. So that part is unsuccessful. But underneath, maybe, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if down to 30, maybe 25? No, maybe 20. And then this was more. Just trying to get the right amount of darkness without obscuring everything. And also showing the forms. It's not really working. It's not really working. It just means I have to put more work into it. Like, that might be the way to go. But anyway, because if I don't do it that way, then I'm already going to be drawing a lot of lines. So I don't know. Let's take a look at all the magic that we made today. Get rid of all this extraneous debris. And I feel like we made some good progress. I think I will try to do it this way. Like put in those blacks and then cut away with the eraser to get the texture and the detail. Yeah. Yeah. I think parts of it are working. Ah, yeah. KJ looks good. Is there lights from above? If so, you could add shadows under the tail against the column, which might be a nice contrast and pop. Yeah, that's true. Axolotl meets Firebeast. Yes, Tycho Knight, welcome. Do fire salamanders glow or are they on fire? You know, I was looking for that in the description. There's no mention of actual fire or flames or glow or anything like that. So I didn't put that in. And it didn't call for it when I showed on the rough. So, I mean, yeah, here we go. Thanks for tuning in. I'm gonna wrap it for now. How long am I doing this for? 1 hour and 6 minutes. Not too bad for an hour, 6 minutes of arting. And don't forget to do liking and subscribing. And maybe I'll have to make a Discord, Torrent Art Discord, and so that so that people will get notifications when I do my impromptu live streams. But then I have to remember to announce on Discord that I'm doing an impromptu live stream. Because if you subscribe to the channel, the YouTube channel, you're supposed to get that notification if I go live as well. I assume some people in the chat got that notification. So is doing a Discord, getting another notification from Discord going to be helpful or annoying for people? I don't know. Yeah, I defer to... I'll consider it. It's easy to do. I mean, I might as well just set it up and see if anyone comes. All right, so stay tuned to this to this space, and of course, on my social medias, I got the Facebook, I got the Instagrams, I got the Blue Skies, I got all those things. KTIF, I did get a notification. Well, good, excellent. YouTube's doing it work. That's all for now. Nothing more to say. Have a great Thursday night. And I will see you next time on the internet. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye. Ciao for now.